welcome to yet another overview video. It is part 3 of the coastal collection already, so it's about time that I showed you some of the goodies that are available. Let's just get the normal stuff out of the way. This set is now available on Patreon as early access. I think the public release is on the 4th. Yep, it's the 4th of May. It will be available for public release. You can use the link down below in the description to get early access, or when the public release time comes, that link also works for the free download as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Part 3 is, I'm spinning, sorry, behind the scenes footage. Yeah, this is the setup I used for the promo image. You can see, what can I say? This is obviously luxurious, right? Not. So this set is kitchen, in case you hadn't guessed it already by the thumbnail and by what you see in front of you. But for coastal, obviously my favorite room of the house is the kitchen, in real life and also in The Sims. And I wanted to create a kitchen that you could use just for in any kind of eventuality. Of course, it has to be coastal. We have the farmhouse sinks, like spoiler alert and everything. But I actually had quite a clear vision for the kitchen, and it was nothing like this. I had actually more of a typical shaker style kitchen in mind. My reference actually was Athena Calderon's kitchen in her brownstone. But when I started doing it, it just seemed like it was going to look super duper flat, and so I decided to completely change the design. So it took about 3 days to kind of come up with the final thing, but here we have it here. So this kitchen does come in this wooden worktop, but also in a marble worktop, as you can see. So we have white marble for most of it, but then we also have a black marble for the black swatch, and also you can have black marble for the white one. So yeah, those are the two kind of options. If you search with the keyword coastal, it's going to come up with everything that has happened so far. So apart from these two, this is everything that's happened over the last 3 months. So we're adding to it. We've got the windows and doors, the exterior stuff, and then now we have the kitchen. So there are the kind of base units are these two, which are the ones with the 3 handles. Those are the ones that are the base units. And then we also have accent counters. So we have these. So there's 2 accent counters for each worktop. Now what these are great for is actually to put in your appliances. So if I go to, there's this little, I'm not going to call it a bug, I'm just going to call it a quirk with the game, where there's this thing called SSAO in the game, and it's kind of creates a shadow around the outside of the mesh in the game, and it's really good for shadowing. For example, it creates this lovely shadow. You see this shadow here on the towel that sits on the sink. That is SSAO. That's this like nice shadowing that happens to give it a bit of depth. But it's not very helpful when you have a dishwasher, unfortunately. So where are the dishwashers in this? I never get why dishwashers are in these things. I feel like this should mean a small appliance, not just a kitchen appliance. But here we go. If we put this here, you can see that the SSAO of the handles show through on dishwashers, which is unfortunate. But if you put it into one of these, because the handle coincides at the same place, you're good to go. So I highly recommend using the accent counters to put in your dishwashers so that you don't get this SSAO thing. They weren't specifically designed for that. We just like a bit of variety in our lives, but I would like to help you out so that you get the best results. So yeah, the standard cabinets, of course, have all the normal mesh pieces. You have all the little standard bits like this. With this one, I wanted to make sure that you had kind of variety and something a little bit more unusual. So you have the end bits, which has the wine rack you've got there, and then on this side you've got like chopping boards and a cookie tray right here. So just something a bit different so that it didn't look uniform. I feel like lots of times normally I'll do like an ending and it's just exactly mirrored on the other end, but with this one I wanted to give a little bit variety, and that's what also the accent counters do as well. So you have like a whole variety of looks and you can mix and match them. Sometimes I find that if I use these 3 drawers like for every single counter, it can look a bit too busy, so it's nice to break it up sometimes with these accent counters. So that's them, and I shall show you the swatches. We love a good swatch display, right? We're getting further and further away. Should I show you over here? It's a bit dark here. We'll show you, let me get rid of these, just leave our standard ones. Okay, so they all have the same swatches. Well, the base unit here, but we have white with a light wood, a mid wood, and then this darker, I think this is your brown. And then cream, a grey, and I've just done the colour wood that I think looks best. So with the black one, we have this your brown at the top with the brass handles, but then also we have this cool dark wood with the black and with a more kind of like gunmetal handle. So this one, I think what would work really well in industrial builds. It kind of gives me this whole industrial farmhouse vibe. For some reason, it's really reminding me of Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis's barn that I remember seeing going viral everywhere when they showed it off. Yeah, it just gives me that vibe. And then we have the navy, we have a mid blue, we have this, what is this, periwinkle powder. This is a new dusky blue. I intensified it a little bit and added just a bit more blue, saturated a bit more. And then this one is duck egg blue. Then we have this old Sean foam that's the same one as you'll find in basic. Puke, because everyone loves a good puke, right? Which one's which? This is coastal green. As you can see, the handles are changed on this one as well. And then we have forest green. That's the same as in basic. This is also basic green. This is the green that we all can't stop using, because whenever I see someone using basic, they've always got that green, including me. I'm guilty of it too. And then we have the wabi sabi. We have castle green. We have Cotswolds green, and then this is a new yellow. The yellow used for the outside, the windows and doors, is actually different. It's a stronger, different yellow, but I wanted this like softer. It was actually a happy accident. I was trying to make a new cream, and then I was like, well, that just looks yellow. So I decided to replace the yellow we had before. Then we have a berry, a coastal red, and then rust, salmon pink, and this plaster pink. That's the one. And then all the same swatches for this one, but the majority of them have this marble worktop. There is this kind of issue in the game where with lights on, it really does remove the look of the marble. It always reflects really crazy on top of white marble. The lights on this counter shader, I would love it if they could fix that. Thank you, EA. But yeah, so that is what the marble actually looks like. I should put this together so that you can see like a long run of it. But yeah, so this marble, I think you first saw it in like the living room. So it's a very similar marble, very, very soft and lovely. There we go. We'll put the light back in. Now that you've seen the marble, it's just, as you can see, like it just is fluorescent. So you sometimes have to be a little bit smart about your lighting. I normally turn my lights down a little bit so that it doesn't glow off the top of the counters. And then let's show you this sleek black marble with the gunmetal handles. there we have it. 360, we got like this just like recessed paneling at the back. So it's simple, but it's like classic. I think you can use it in a lot of builds. So that was kind of the aim of it. We called this, what was it? Genericana. That was the one we went with. So yeah, that's all of that. Of course, you have the accent counters. Then also you have the island. The island doesn't have any accents. It's just because I've managed to have a bit of variety within the units as is. So let's put out a long run of these. And there's also something special about this island. I'm going to point this out, so please, if there's anything you listen to in this video, let it be this one. None of us like this curved piece here. What's meant to be here, I'll show it to you in a normal one. Where's this one? Nobody likes this piece. Nobody. Does anyone use this piece? I'd made a poll. No one said they used this piece. It's an ugly piece for an island. And we also already have this square corner. So it's meant to be a inside curved corner. No one uses it. So we decided let's use it for something else. I've still got the curved one. But we did a special ending. So in the left ending you have this regular like left ending, but in the right ending you have this special ending where it kind of is deeper than all the rest, as you can see. And it has a shelf in there, so if you just so happen to have the living room installed, then the books that come in the living room are rather large, but they fit perfectly in here, as we can see. Ta-da! So I made sure that you can literally just place it in there. That means you've got a bookshelf in your kitchen counters. You can put plates up there and stuff like that. We do have plates in this set, so if you want to put, you know, up there, obviously not two on top of each other, but yeah, you've got slots all the way up there, so you can put plates in there. But yeah, that's the special ending. So instead of having this ugly curved one, we just have a mirrored ending. So let me get back to it. Instead of the curve, we just have the regular right ending, so that if you don't want this special deeper than normal like kind of cupboard door with the shelf option, then you can just have the regular ending and you can be all symmetrical on the left and the right. So that's what we did. We just put in an extra ending piece. I put this into the normal ending piece just because I thought if I didn't, I'm thinking a lot of people would miss this piece, would kind of overlook it, and they wouldn't go into the curved inner corner piece. There is a note on it as well. It says here, alternative ending piece located in the curved inner corner slot, but you know, people don't like to read stuff these days. So yeah, just to let you know. But in these faces, in the fronts, we have like these big doors, which is again, was actually an accent counter that we had. That's that one. And then we have this was an accent, but this ends up being our main regular cabinet. And then the corner pieces are basically exactly the same as the regular pieces for the counters. So I've managed to like kind of combine all three designs into the island. I think just because there's more pieces, I was able to add a little bit of variety within that, whereas in the counters there are far less pieces, so I wasn't able to add in that variety. So that's why we have the accent counters. But yeah, all the same swatches in this as well. And then we have, of course, no coastal/farmhouse kitchen is complete without a farmhouse sink. Here we have it. If you're wondering what this is the overflow that you get on the side. I've had a few people ask. And I'm a fan of the taps. I'm happy with how those turned out. So yeah, this is the sink. It's basically white porcelain, and I'll give you the options for all the different tap colors. This is matching the handles here. And also, for example, if you had the black ones, then you can match it. And I've made sure, like, if you have this color handle, this metal knob, there is a matching tap color to go with it as well. And then I've also done the black version. So if you had like a black marble top and you want it to match in, you can match in like this. So there we go, that's the actual matching one. Ta-da! It's all shiny because it's porcelain. And then for the black ones, it's got like grey checked on the tea towel, and the white ones, it's got like the blue checks. So yeah, I really wanted, I think with this one, I've kind of wanted to add in little details that would mean that you don't need to spend hours cluttering it up yourself, but then you also have the options to make it more personalized. So for the example of like the counters and the island have all these little extra details in to make them look a bit more unique. But for example, in the cabinets, which I'm going to show you, you have pre-cluttered, but you also have slots so that you can customize it further. And then of course I gave you empty ones too. Shh, we won't say that. But yeah, with this one, we also have one option without the tea towel. So if, for example, you also, yeah, best to put it in this with the doors. This is the counter it's designed to go into, so that it looks perfectly and it finishes at the perfect place. You could also do it on the 3 drawer one. It's just that, I don't know, I don't think I've ever seen drawers underneath a sink. I think they always have cupboard doors so that you can get underneath to the pipes. And then on this one, it doesn't make sense because it would just cut off the doors. So yeah, that's there. Also, you can use this in the island. So if we have this island piece, this is the regular counter piece. And so that works perfectly. It's the perfect design to fit in the sink. So yeah, that fits in like that. Then we also have a third sink, which is this marble built-in sink. Do we have marble left? We don't have any marble left. I didn't get out marble for the island. Let's get the island out. Let's just do some end pieces. There we go. So we have this marble sink, which just looks like it's perfectly built into the countertop like that. And then again, the same taps as we have over here. And I've done it so that you can have all of the different metal tones. You've got a white, you've got a silver, a darker silver, black, the brass, and then we also have the options to have the silver, the darker silver, sorry, the gunmetal, the black, and the brass for the black worktops. So there you go, if you would like your thing all matching. So you have the seamless marble for the black and for the whitewood. So that is the other sink. There you go. It's very similar to like the concept of the brownstone one where it's meant to be just seamless. It's just this tiny little lip here that makes it look like it is kind of just built in. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out because it's kind of like a little precision game, if you get what I mean. Normally you have like a big lip around the sink to make sure it fits in perfectly, but this, it had to be like super precise in order for it to look so it didn't have any gaps around it. So yeah, we're happy with that one. And then we should get onto the cabinets. The cabinets, there is of course a full set of cabinets. Might get a little bit confused with the fact that there's 4 different cabinets here. Again, we have accent cabinets, but we also have stacking ones. So we have these regular wall cabinets, a whole multitude of different pieces. This regular one comes with basically pre-cluttered bits. We're going to show the end pieces. Those are the bits that have all the unique stuff. So we have the regular one is solid, and then we have this tall one which fits perfectly onto your count. Sorry, my things are placed off grid. So it fits perfectly on top of the counter, and this will fit perfectly on the short wall height like this. So it'll fit right underneath your ceiling. And I love this little like trim because this goes, let me go like this. It goes right underneath your ceiling like that. And yeah, so This one is pre-cluttered. You can see we've got all this clutter in there, but I've also put in spots in here so that you can add in more. So you can see I've done it on this. Actually, I think this one's just the empty one. But you can put in, like, for example, if you've got a decor appliance, maybe you've got a decor blender. For some reason, I just have a blender in my head. If you've got a decor blender from another creator, you can plop that in there. But you can also put in, like, your pans in here. You can put other bits of clutter. You can put glasses in here. So I've put slots in there so you can add extra. Because if you have more than one next to each other, you should be able to customize it enough that they don't look like they're repeating. So, you know, we'll have the chance to have a bit of variety. And then of course the end pieces as well, there's slots up there. Do I have here we go. I'll show you the slots up here so you can personalize, and then again on the other ending there's slots up there. I'm gonna put actually I don't want the tallest wall. I don't want the shortest. What did I do? I'm going to put these properly in here so that you can see all the pieces. You've got the corner. This is the first sloped corner I've ever done. And I will never do one again because it was absolute torture. As you can see, it's not meant to be all the way up there, but I'm going to show you. And then we have an outer corner piece. I don't have an outer corner bit, but you can see, you know, it's just got the regular cupboard doors there. And then you've got all the endings like that. And then we have this special glass accent cabinet so that you can have glass cabinets as well. So I thought you may not always want to have glass because it is quite an effort to clutter them all. I know everyone loves to do a bit of cluttering these days, but sometimes you may be lazy and you just want a solid looking one, right? So the regular one is solid, but the accent one is empty. Where is the correct one? Where is it? There it is. I thought I had put it in there for a second. Yeah, so you've got slots in there that you can put in all of your clutter like this. Ta-da. So you can get to those. Sometimes you might have to play around with the angle that you're looking at it so that you can reach the slots. I think there's a few issues with trying to get to the second level, but I would say make sure there isn't a counter underneath and you can float everything into place. There'll always be a slot at the front so you can get the perfect height and you don't have to use the OSMP shelf or anything, but you'll be able to put them in perfectly. It's just one of the limitations of angles and the game not registering that there's slots there when there are lots of slots. It just can't get to it. But yeah, also I've made it that once you put something in there, you can just go in and click and get it again. So it's behind the glass, but if you click on the glass, you can't actually select the piece. You're actually selecting the back of it. You're not selecting the glass, so that you can just go in and get your clutter back out and you don't have to worry about it. I think early days CC that I made, you couldn't click through the glass, and so if you cluttered it, you couldn't get your clutter back out without deleting the whole object and starting again. But this one, you could just put your clutter in, grab it and go. So yeah, that was the accent one. Then we have, for example, you are here on the medium wall height and, you know, maybe you want your stacking shelves to go a little bit taller. So we have the option to stack. So basically these ones here, they have just a flat piece here so that you can put them underneath these ones. So I've seen a lot of them where they have this and then they maybe have a shorter one. I think I would normally do it with this shorter one, probably like that. So you have like super tall cabinets, but you can still have the same amount of space above your counter, so you can still have like the same uniform amount of space, so it allows your sim to be able to get in there and cook and everything. So yeah, that's that one. Also, you could just have them double. You can have like a double stack of cabinets like that. And then also, because we have the variety of like the glass ones, you can also have the glass stacking one. I think that's cool. So you could make it like a super tall cabinet. Also, these would be great for in like dining rooms if you want to put this in there and then clutter it up with just normal decor things. That's also why it's good that we have in the stacking one, we also have a fully empty tall cabinet, which this looks really good if you put the, for example, this one on top, which we have there, and then this looks like it's kitchen, but you can just put whatever clutter you like in there and you can turn it into a dining room display case or a living room display case, like that. So yeah, that's got all slots and everything in there as per usual. So that's the cabinets. And then from the cabinets, we did a lot of clutter to fit on the inside. So that has all been separated out as well. So we have this cake stand. You can put stuff on it. You can see the stuff is slotted onto it like that. Then we have this box of cereal. Everyone has an animal in front of their cereal. We have a little cat there. Because this is an American set, we decided that you may want box cake mix. That's the one. So that's what that was meant to be. That's why I got cake in front. And I've just done a few extra colours that aren't in there. That has the default colour. You can only have one colour in there. But I've given you a bit of variety, so you could use them multiple times and put them next to each other. I think I did this over here. Oh, I didn't do it over here. I think originally I didn't, but you see, you can put them together. Then there's like these tins of, this is meant to be a tin of biscuits, and this is like a tin of tea bags. Metal tins, you know, with like the rolled metal on top. Again, a few swatches so that you can use multiple together and have a bit of variety. Then we have stacks of bowls like that. So 3 bowls, little, I feel like those are little nibbles bowls. Not really cereal bowls, but nibble bowls. And then there's a single one as well that does stack inside if you want it to as well. So these stack up if you want to. And I think these also stack as well. Yeah, they do. So quickly you can stack and you've got 6 piled up. And oh, I forgot to say, like, these come in the white, but they also, I've made some extra swatches. So we have off-white, a grey, a slaty colour, a blue, and a green as well. So you have a bit of variety. I was inspired by the Mossa milk stands. I actually have one myself. I have had lots of different colours of them, but I had one that was clear before, and I did a wedding and the person never returned it, and it was my favourite cake stand I had. It was clear glass. Gone forever is what it is, gone forever. And then we have these tins. You've got a bit of tuna there. If you want a tin of tuna, you've got it. And then because again, American, I decided that you guys probably like apple pies, and you're going to have your apple pie filling. That's why it's got an apple on this one. And then just a few different colours, so again you can use it. And then we have one that's got its label missing, because, you know, variety. That's the key word for today. Then we have these big plates. Again, it comes in the same colour swatches as the cake stand, so you could have different plate colours. And then also we have these smaller plates, which come in a stack of 3. This is a stack of 5, and you can also, there's slots, so you can stack them up like this if you want to, like that. There you go. So you can have lots of clutter plate variety, and I think that is it. That is everything. So I hope you enjoy it. I would love to see everything that you do with this, because this kitchen did kick my butt this month. It was really, really tough uphill climb to get all of this finished. I've decided to extend kitchen month into a kitchen dining month next month. So next month we're going to have all the appliances that can go with this. I really wanted a double oven, and the double oven has to happen. That's why we extended it. Double oven. We want a nice stainless steel double fridge. dining table, dining chair, pendant lights. Like, we need this to be a complete rounded set. With this coastal collection, I'm kind of not in a rush to end it. It's gonna take as long as it takes to get done. I'm just gonna keep going because I think it's a really great subject, and with most subjects I never go back and revisit them, so I'm not gonna leave any stone unturned as far as it comes to coastal. So after we've finished off the kitchen and dining, we will be moving on to infants. Just in case you were wondering, infants alert, infants alert. They got pushed back a month to extend the kitchen, but they are definitely still happening. And of course, there's still got to be a living room set, probably bathroom, bedroom. So yeah, the coastal collection is here to stay, is all I'm gonna say. So yeah, thank you guys very, very much for watching. Link is down in the description if you're interested in getting your hands on this one. And I am proud to announce that next Sunday there will be a build out on the channel, and it may just use all of these coastal little bits. I'm probably going to put that out early for patrons, so if you are already a patron of this, you'll get early access to the tray files for that build as soon as I finish it. And then yeah, it will be out on Sunday, next Sunday, the whole thing. So get your snacks ready for then, because it's gonna be a long one, because I've been building it for like 3 days now. And well, you know, I always say that my best builds only have 1 or 2 bedrooms. Well, this one has 5. I would say it's gonna be terrible. I would just put it out there. It's gonna be a terrible build. It's got 5 bedrooms. But I'll let you decide. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye guys.